Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope everyone's all doing very, very well out there in the world. I am here to give you a preview for West Ham United versus Brentford, the boycott fixture, the huge game for Nuno. Honestly, this game's massive on and off the pitch, but I'm here to talk about it. But before I get started, please do smash a like on the video. Goes a long way, really helps me out. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell. And if you want to become a member of the channel and support E20 Zone TV, by all means, check it out on that. I'll be doing a giveaway at Christmas, shirts, mugs, things like that, as I always do on this platform. Now, we have got a huge game Monday night against Brentford in a London derby. West Ham and London derbies don't get on. Simple as that. We just don't win them. And we're playing a side that we've only beaten once, if memory serves me right, at the LS since they've been up. They're an awkward side to play against. It's the worst kind of fixture for Nuno's first game at the LS. Also, having the boycott there is a hindrance, but in the right way. Yeah, the boycott is needed, and this has been planned for a long, long time in regard to this fixture. Now, it's a Monday night game. It's a game where we're going to know what the damage is over the weekend. There are some big, big fixtures over the weekend in regards of who's won, who's lost. And whatever the results are at the weekend will sort of define where West Ham are going on that Monday night game. Now, obviously, we've got some problems in the ranks. Obviously, John Clare Todibo is nowhere to be seen. James Ward-Prowse will probably not be anywhere near the team. And then you've got Nicholas Füllkrug, who's an injured player who's out for several weeks. It might be a blessing in disguise that Nicholas Füllkrug is not playing, because he hasn't been playing for West Ham this season, let alone like now. And there's going to be an opportunity for Callum Wilson or someone else to come into the ranks and basically help West Ham get a victory against Brentford. Now, there is a plus side, and there always is a plus side with West Ham, and that is the return of Thomas Soucek. Hugely missed. I'm going to be honest, we need goals in our side, and we lack goals in our side. And whether you like him as a footballer or not, or you think he's crap, or you think he's this or that, the one thing that man does is score goals. And he can defend in boxes, especially against teams like Brentford, who will be throwing throw-ins in there, corners in there, and consistently looking at set pieces. He's been a huge miss, and I feel like West Ham need him more than ever. Do you know what I'm saying? There is other players in this side that need to turn up. They really do. Lucas Paqueta hasn't turned up, and he needs to turn up now. Like, we're running out of time with him. We're running out of patience with him, and it wouldn't surprise me if his position is changed in this game. So that's on the West Ham front. I'm going to look at Brentford quickly. Now, look at them. They're an old traditional Stoke City, literally set piece FC, throwing FC. They are going to be hard to beat. They're a grinding side. They will grind results out. Now, they are not the same team that they once were with Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank had them playing to an excellent standard. They had some really good players with obviously Ivan Toney and Bremo in their ranks. But nevertheless, they are a side that are in the dogfight with us. Keith Andrews is their manager now. Last time out, they lost the game against Manchester City, and they played okay, right, in spells, but they did lose in the end. So they're going to be a tough nut to crack. They really are. And we need to crack that nut as soon as possible. Now, moving on to the team lineup that I want to see at West Ham. Now, I want to see 4-3-3. I really do. I want to see Areola. I want to see the back four the same. Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Kilman, and Diouf. I think that picks itself now. The midfield's a bit of a problem for me. It really is. Because we've got Lucas Paqueta in there that isn't doing nothing. We've got Matheus Fernandes in there that is pretty mid, if I'm being honest. And then you've got Magassa in there, who is a good player. I think he's very raw, but we need some stability in there. We need some steel in there. Now, the return of Thomas Soucek is key to this. I think he needs to start this game. I really do. We need to have someone in there who's going to be good in both boxes for defending and attacking. We've got too many players in our ranks who are scared to head of the ball, and Thomas Suchek is not scared to head of the ball. So in the midfield three, I would go with Magassa, Matheus Fernandes, and I'd probably go Thomas Suchek. I really would. Yeah, and I'll take out Lucas Paqueta out of the midfield. What I would do up front is I'd put Lucas Paqueta up front, and I'd go him as a false nine. I'd have Somerville on the left, and I'd have Bowen on the right. I think you've got to play Lucas Paqueta because he can make something happen. Even though it ain't a lot that he does on the regular, I don't think we've got a lot of choice. I think he could hold the ball up well. I think he could sort of bring other people into play with the way he's played. He's played that position before. I don't want to see Thomas Suchek up front. I'm seeing calls for Thomas Suchek up front. I don't think Callum Wilson can do the job for 90 minutes. I don't think he can do the job for 70 minutes. I don't think we've got a lot of choice in the matter here, right? So I wouldn't mind Lucas Paqueta up front, Somerville on the left, Bowen on the right. It's going to be interesting to see though, right, in regards of how he goes about. But I do think Thomas Suchek has to play. I'm going to give a shout out to Freddie Potts and all because I think Freddie Potts is getting inching ever closer to starting a game for West Ham. I like the calmness of the kids. I do feel like we need some old heads in there, yeah, and people that know what they're doing and will dictate what other people are doing. I think Fernandes also has to turn up because he hasn't been great. And I'll just look at it that Freddie will get his time. And I think even Freddie coming off the bench for the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes, if the game is poised in a position, is also beneficial to West Ham. Now, let's come to the predictions of the game. Now, obviously, it's a boycott game. And it's going to be interesting to see how West Ham react in this game with an half-empty stadium. What am I going to predict for this game? Now, my heart is saying basically West Ham win this game 2-0. West Ham come out the traps. Nuno will get them going. They will score. And then Brentford will come out because that's what West Ham need them to do. Come out. We're hitting again on the break. 2-0, game over. Yeah. My head is saying this is a banker draw written all over it. It's literally got a draw written all over this game. What am I going to go with? I'm going to go with a draw. I am going to go with a draw. I just look at this game with West Ham and I think the boycott's going to come into play, right? I think West Ham have to score first in this game to get anything out of the game. I think if West Ham go a goal down, Brentford are going to be very hard nut to crack, right? And they're coming there to not lose the game, Brentford, right? They're not coming there to win it. They're coming there to not lose. And Keith Andrews is probably looking at it and going, right, let's go there and make sure that we don't lose this game, right? Because obviously 3 points is massive, especially in the bottom half. So I think Brentford are coming there not to lose. Can I see West Ham going all out and out attack and getting this done? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. And something's just screaming at me saying bank a draw, right? So I'm going to go for a 1-0. I think we will score first and Brentford will equalise and then the game will filter out into a 1-1 draw. Prove me wrong, West Ham. Prove me wrong. If we lose the game on Monday, I hope this doesn't spin round and people start blaming the boycott as the reason that we lost. Because let's not hear that rubbish. The boycott's there for a reason. They've played empty stadiums before. They've got jobs to do. If they lose on Monday, it's because they lose on the pitch, not because the fans are not there. So let's not use that as an excuse. Because I know that's one of the excuses that is being prepared right now if West Ham lose. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my preview. Also, give us a shout and let us know what you think in regards of the lineup. Because the lineup's going to be key to the whole situation. Nuno's got a lot of decisions to make. The one positive about the whole situation is right now is that West Ham don't play on the weekend. They play on the Monday. So it's extra training sessions, extra time to recovery, like from international break. It benefits West Ham. Also, we have got to remember, though, in this game, Nuno will be looking at it and thinking, right, I can't wear these players out because we play on the Monday and then we play on the Friday. So that's also going to come into play in the game. Yeah. So if he does make subs, he takes people off, like with 20 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, and they're big players, it's because he's looking further down the field. He's not looking at this one particular game. So yeah, we're going to see what happens on that. Nuno needs to get a first win for West Ham under his belt. I think he needs it. We need it, and we definitely need it in this game. I just hope they are ready for that. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves. There will be an afterthought on Monday night. I'll do it in a car or somewhere. But the afterthought will be there, and I will pre-record it and do all that. Anyway, take it easy. Much love to yous. West Ham United, final words from me. Please don't let me down on Monday. We need a result. Do not lose the game, at least. Peace.